So here we are on the shores of beautiful Lake Superior. Oh, it's just amazing up here. We're on the western side of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and up here there's actually only 3 species of turtle that really are out and about and in any level of population, and that is the western painted turtle, which we find in ponds and freshwater lakes and flowages. The common snapping turtle, also found in those flowages, but more in the weedy, reedy areas. They're more of an ambush predator, so they like the mud and muck. Watch my video on the snapping turtle if you want to see more about them. But the other turtle is an amazing turtle. It's very rare. It is called the wood turtle, and today, that's what we're on the trail of. I started my search by hiking upstream from the lake, but I quickly realized that I'm in the wrong area and I probably needed to hike further in. The water's way too swift. We gotta find a slower stream. Now this is a much better habitat. Stream's a lot shallower, it's rocky, it's got some sandy areas, the current is fairly slow. The margins of this, or tributaries that are flowing into this is where we could have some luck. Raccoons share this beach. Here's a big pile of raccoon scat. Looks like it's been eating mostly crayfish. Yeah, typical for raccoons. I'm just not finding what I'm looking for. The turtles just don't seem to be here. You would think they'd be out and basking. I mean, it's a really, really cool day. You'd think they'd be out in the sun, but I'm just not finding them. So, I'm wondering, their breeding season is between May and June, and it's mid-June. So, what if they're done breeding, they're done in this habitat? What if they've moved back up and into the forest? So, I'm thinking I need to move away from the creek and up into the woods, and let's try our luck up there. But hiking randomly around in the forest was really not productive. I had to find a way to improve the odds of me finding these turtles. I was thinking maybe this old creek bed, it's a little bit more open, but it's really muddy and mucky in here. I mean, the banks are really steep, but these turtles are amazing climbers. They can get up and over this bank no problem. There's stories of turtles climbing chain link fences, these wood turtles. They're pretty amazing that way. But I don't know. Keep looking. I've been out here most of the morning. Whew, tripping on things. Just not sure where they are. Well, it's an endangered animal, you know. I suppose that's part of what makes them hard to find. I was getting very discouraged. Well, I decided to head back to my truck, drive home, and maybe I'd try again tomorrow. But it's a good thing I always keep my eyes open as I'm driving, because I glanced down a side road and I saw... That's a wood turtle. That's a wood turtle. Even more dangerous than predators for these animals are roads. They are so slow moving that oftentimes these guys, if you're not paying attention, because of their small size, these guys can get run over fairly easily. Keep your eyes open. If you're up in the North Woods, watch for them. So I followed my little turtle off into the woods. I figured, you know, it was safer to film him off in the woods than it would be to try to stay on the road. The wood turtle, here she is. And isn't she amazing? She's only about the size of my hand. They're not really large turtles. They're very, very active in June. And you're making it really hard to do this, sweetie, because you keep moving on me. You have to have a special permit in order to handle these turtles. So I'm going to do what I can to try to keep him here in the frame of the camera. So I can't touch him by law, so I'm going to do the best I can to get the shots that I can. But these guys are amazing. They only lay, when the females come and breed, they only lay about, on average, only about 10 eggs. So their reproduction rate is not that great. Part of the reason that they're protected by law. So these wood turtles, hang on, buddy. Hang on, hang on. Here is a great shot where you can see where she gets her species name, her scientific name, in sculpta. You can see that carapace, how each scoot is kind of raised up, almost like they've been sculpted and built on the back of this turtle. Their carapace is fairly plain as far as markings, but one of the ways you can identify them is that amazing yellow, sometimes even orange coloring on their legs and on their neck. So wood turtles, they're out here. Hey buddy, come here, come here, come here, come here. You gonna hang out? Oh, that's a good boy. Of course, you're gonna hang out where the camera can't see you. Silly boy. So here are the wood turtles, and they're out here hanging around. These guys are active pretty much in the spring and summer. May to June is their breeding season, so that's when they're gonna be most active, is during that time. They're gonna be up. They love these hardwood forests that have fast-moving streams going through them. That is their favorite type of habitat. Because they live in riparian habitats, that's stream habitats, these guys have a slightly webbed feet in the back. Their front feet are not webbed at all. So they do have the ability to get around and crawl around and move inside of these streams. But they're just so amazingly cute. They're fantastic. These great little turtles. They're going to be feeding on a lot of earthworms and slugs and other kinds of nice soft invertebrates. That's their primary diet. One of the most important things as far as their conservation is maintaining habitat, the cleanness of streams. Remember, they have to have those sandy bottom, rocky bottom streams to survive in. Oftentimes you can find them up here in these woodlands crawling around because it's up here in these woodlands that they're going to find once they're out of breeding season. This is where they're going to be kind of up foraging around, moving around, but they never go far from those little woodland streams. One of the coolest things about these turtles is that they are very cold tolerant. They're going to be up and active. It is only in the low 50s right now, and yet this girl is up. She's catching some sunlight, but she is active in this weather. Man, down in Alabama or in the southeast, in the 50s, no reptiles are active. What an amazing turtle. Thanks for tagging along with me today on this amazing adventure. I'm Gregg Thompson. I'll see you on the trail.